Once there was a Catholic girl who brought her fiancé to her dad and said, "Dad, this guy and I have been in love since our college. And in my good Catholic faith, I feel that I should be married to him in the future." And the father said, "Oh, good, that's nice." But the father said that he would like to meet with this young man in private. So he takes this young man to his study room and then asks him, "So how are you doing? What do you do for life and for living?" Then finally he asked, "So my daughter seems to be in love with you and she would like to marry you in the future. But I have a couple of questions before you take that step. How will you provide for my daughter?" And the guy says, "Look, I'm a Bible scholar. I know Bible so much. So I will study Bible and God will provide." That was his answer. God will provide. Then the father asked again, "But my daughter would like to have a decent home. How will you provide my daughter a decent home?" And the guy said, "I'm a Bible scholar. I will study Bible very thoroughly and God will provide." And the guy continued, "But my daughter would like to have to go on pilgrimages, vacation trips, cruises and all that." Then the guy said, "I will study Bible and give lectures and conferences and God will provide." Finally he asked, "But how about children?" And the guy said, "I'm a Bible scholar and God will provide too." Then, after their conversation is over, the mother-in-law, to-be mother-in-law, comes out and asks, "So how did your conversation go with this guy who our daughter likes to marry?" And to-be father-in-law said, "Look, the guy seems to be a Bible scholar and he says God will provide for everything, and I think he's thinking that I'm his God." So that was the understanding. We had to take Bible seriously, but not literally. Today we gather as a community to thank God for what He has provided from the last festival of 2018 to this day. God has provided us with faith to begin with, then with families, then the kind of ministries we have been serving God with, and of course there's fun. And today is that moment to take a pause, to thank Him for the gift of faith, for all that He has provided to us as Christ the King Catholic Church. And today is also to take the next step, to ask Him to guide us. And the gospel reading comes beautifully in hand. The gospel we have listened to is from the gospel of Luke chapter 10. This is the conclusion of the missionary discourse. Jesus called the disciples and sent them 2 by 2 and gave them instructions what to do, what not to do. Don't take 3 suitcases full of clothes and shoes and cowboy shoes and power banks, cell phones and internet services. Don't take all that. Just go 2 by 2. Whatever city you enter, preach the good news. Give them peace. And today these 72 come back with their stories after their missionary expedition, after their missionary experience. They want to come back and tell Jesus, "Jesus, you sent us on a mission. Here we have come back with success stories." But there's a danger. Yes, following the instruction of Christ, they did whatever He said. Demons were chased out, healing was brought forth, ministry was successful. But notice, the disciples didn't get one thing clear. The 72 came back reporting to Jesus, and they said, "Lord, even the evil spirits were listening to us. We got command over even Satan." Their mission has been successful and they have a reason to rejoice. Past 1 year, we have been on the mission of Christ as a parish. Today, we have a reason to rejoice. That's why we call it festival. We have a reason to rejoice as a community. But there's a danger. The disciples rejoiced, but their rejoicing were so much about self-congratulation. It is I who did it. I chased the devil away. I cured the sick. And that danger might also creep into our community as we rejoice. Oh, I did this, I did that, I did that. It becomes more about self-congratulation. That's what Jesus tells. There's a danger in this kind of rejoicing. It can easily become self-congratulations. Yes, God has used me as an instrument to accomplish in this parish for the past 1 year whatever I was able to do. As a priest, as a deacon, as a minister, as a musician, as finance council, as pastoral council, as a sister, as young people, as young adults, as altar servers, as choir members, as Vincent de Paul, as Knights of Columbus, and all the ministries. I cannot list them now. God has used us as His instruments to accomplish the mission. And today we have a reason to rejoice. But that should not become self-appraisal. It's not self-congratulation. We are thanking God because of what He has done through us to the community, to whatever people or communities we have served. The real source of disciples' joy is not that we have power, but the reason and the awareness that we belong to God. Whatever we are able to accomplish, we were able to accomplish because of Christ and His power. Whatever good we are able to accomplish is not to be seen from the perspective of I am doing, but should be seen through the lens of what God is able to accomplish through me. So there's a difference between I did it than saying God has accomplished through me. Right? In the first one, it's more of pride and ego. I did it. It's I. The second part is God is able to accomplish this task, this mission through me. There's more an attitude of humility, submission, being a disciple. So today we are supposed to focus on the second. Whatever we were able to accomplish as one parish community since past festival, God was able to accomplish through us. So that is the reason for us to rejoice today. Jesus thanks God for revealing the secrets of the kingdom to those who are childlike. And now how a child is. Child doesn't say, I did it. My mom told me to do it. I learned from my mom. I learned from my dad. See, there's always an attachment of relationship when a child speaks. But when I speak, oh, I did it. It is I who designed. It is I who approved. You see, there's more of ego. Ego is ejecting God out. So that is the danger Jesus tried to identify in the disciples. Yes, they have a reason to rejoice in what they have done. But ego could creep in and eject God totally out. So Jesus gives the example of a little child who always connects whatever he or she is able to accomplish through someone who is higher, through someone who is powerful. So today, as we celebrate a fall festival, yes, we have accomplished. No matter how much, but we did accomplish. From the last festival to this day. People have changed, priests have changed, ministries have changed, but as a community, we accomplished. Through God, God did so many things to this community through us, through me. we have a reason to rejoice. That is why today's celebration is a celebration of our faith, of our friendship, of our food, and also fun. So that is the next phase after the Mass. Primarily, we celebrate faith. We rejoice because God has brought us as a faith community. Then we have friendship. Then we have food. Then we have fun. We have a lot of food outside there. So we have a reason to rejoice. So as a community today, let us thank God as the disciples did, as the 72 did. And from this point forward, let us go forth into mission and speak to the world what God is able to accomplish through us, through me, through all of us here at Christ the King Catholic Church. Amen.